Have you ever wondered why, despite walking every day and stretching, your knees still hurt and your legs feel like paper? The answer is not in the lack of movement, but in the type of movement. After the age of 50, the body begins to lose muscle mass, a phenomenon known as sarcopenia, at a rate of up to 1.5% per year if no specific exercises are performed. And the most misleading part is that, although walking is healthy, it does not adequately stimulate the deep muscle groups nor activate the joint stabilizers that protect your knees, hips, and spine. More than 60% of older adults experience joint pain, instability, and weakness despite having active routines, simply because those routines are not designed for the mature body. For example, in the case of Luis, a 50-year-old man, he shared his experience that he used to walk, stretch, and even bought the best orthopedic shoes, but his knees cracked when getting up, and every attempt to squat was a challenge. The transformation came when he met a Japanese physiotherapist who worked exclusively with older adults. He taught him that it's not about doing more exercise, but about doing it intelligently, isometric and functional movements, designed to restore strength without harming the joints. That is why, in this video I share with you that routine, composed of 5 equipment-free exercises, validated by science and by thousands of people like you, that can help you strengthen your legs, regain balance, and eliminate the fear of falling, in just 10 minutes a day. Science is clear, it's not too late to gain strength. What you need is the right stimulus, and you're about to find it. Exercise 1. Wall squat. The wall squat exercise is one of the most powerful and underrated tools to strengthen the lower body, especially in older adults. This isometric position, meaning without active joint movement, consists of placing your back completely against a wall and sliding down as if sitting in an invisible chair, keeping the knees bent at approximately a 90-degree angle, with thighs parallel to the ground and feet hip-width apart. However, if you can't reach that angle initially, you can start higher and go lower over time. This exercise emphasizes 3 key areas: the quadriceps, front thigh muscles, the glutes, especially the gluteus maximus, essential for hip extension, and the core, abdominal and lumbar belt that stabilizes the spine. According to various studies in biomechanics and exercise physiology, isometric contractions like those in the wall sit generate sustained tension that stimulates deep muscle fibers, especially type I fibers, responsible for endurance and stability. This is crucial in old age, as with aging, these muscles tend to atrophy due to disuse, directly affecting the ability to perform everyday activities such as getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, or maintaining balance while walking. In addition to strengthening the major muscle groups of the legs without the joint impact generated by other exercises like traditional squats, the wall sit has a less obvious but equally valuable neuromuscular benefit. It reactivates essential motor patterns that deteriorate over the years. Sitting and standing are fundamental movements in daily life, but with age these patterns become less efficient, as the body starts using unhealthy compensations, such as pushing with the hands, rounding the back, or dropping all the weight onto the knees. The wall sit enforces correct postural alignment and activates deep stabilizers, retraining the body to execute these movements safely and efficiently. By holding this posture for 20 to 30 seconds, or even longer over time, not only is strength increased, but also muscular endurance and proprioception, that is, the body's ability to locate and control itself in space. This significantly reduces the risk of falls, one of the leading causes of hospitalization in people over 65. In the first sessions, it's normal for your legs to tremble. That's not weakness, it's muscle activation. In just a few days, many people notice they can get up from the couch without needing to use their arms, which represents a real gain in functional independence. And all of this without equipment, without a gym, and with zero joint impact. Exercise 2. Marching in place with control and pause. Marching in place with control and pause is much more than just a simple static movement. It is a therapeutic exercise of high neuromuscular value that, when performed correctly, can transform balance, stability, and functional strength in older adults. This exercise consists of lifting one knee to hip height and holding that position for 3 to 5 seconds before lowering it and repeating with the opposite leg, alternating sides for several repetitions. It may seem simple, but its effect is profound. By holding the leg elevated, the body automatically activates a network of stabilizing muscles in the hips, abdomen, core, lower back, and ankles. This activation strengthens what is known as the postural control system, a complex mechanism that allows us to stay upright and respond accurately to changes in the environment, such as an uneven surface or an unexpected push. Scientifically, it has been proven that both static and dynamic balance depend on the integration between muscle strength, proprioception, body awareness, and the vestibular system. After the age of 50, these systems begin to deteriorate if not trained, leading to stumbling, insecurity while walking, and a higher incidence of falls. Marching in place with a pause specifically works on intermuscular coordination and reaction time, teaching the brain to recruit the right muscles at the right moment. In practice, this translates to faster reactions to avoid falls, greater stability when going up or down stairs, and better control when turning or changing direction. Studies in geriatric rehabilitation have shown that unipedal exercises like this one, standing on one leg, significantly improve functional balance in just 2 weeks. People who at first couldn't stand on one leg for more than 2 seconds have managed to brush their teeth without support after 14 days of consistent practice. It's a subtle but powerful change. From home, with no equipment, they regain an autonomy that once seemed lost. And with just a few minutes a day, this exercise not only strengthens muscles, but also confidence, an essential quality for aging with dignity and without fear of falling. Exercise 3. Wall push. The wall push is a simple yet extraordinarily effective isometric exercise, especially for older adults who want to strengthen the upper body without stressing their joints. Unlike traditional push-ups, this movement does not involve joint displacement, making it an excellent option for people with arthritis, chronic pain, or limited mobility. It involves standing in front of a wall, placing the hands at shoulder height with arms extended, and applying constant pressure as if trying to push the wall for 15 to 20 seconds. Although it may seem like a passive exercise, what happens internally in the body is very active. A sustained isometric contraction of key muscles such as the pectoralis major, deltoids, shoulders, triceps, and deep core muscles, especially the transverse abdominis, which improves strength without causing wear. From a physiological perspective, isometric exercises like this activate high-density motor units without straining joint structures. Studies published in the Journal of Strength indicate that sustained isometric contractions can increase muscle strength by 5 to 10% in just a few weeks, even without visible movement. Additionally, this type of exercise helps restore postural alignment by activating the deep postural muscles that, over time and due to sedentary behavior, weaken and allow the body to adopt a hunched posture, commonly known as dowager's hump or kyphosis. A hunched posture not only affects appearance but also increases pressure on the neck, shoulders, and lower back, causing chronic pain and even respiratory problems. By integrating wall push into your daily routine, you begin to retrain the musculature to lift you into an upright posture, relieving accumulated tension in the cervical and lumbar areas. In a few weeks, it is common to notice reduced back pain, improved shoulder mobility, and increased functional capacity for activities like carrying grocery bags, opening heavy doors, or reaching for objects on high shelves. Exercise 4. Glute Bridge. The glute bridge is one of the most effective and safest exercises for activating and strengthening the so-called posterior chain, composed of the glutes, hamstrings, back of the thigh, and lumbar muscles. This exercise involves lying on your back with knees bent and feet firmly planted on the floor, slowly lifting the hips until forming a straight line from shoulders to knees, and holding that position for 20 to 30 seconds. Despite its simplicity, this movement has a profound impact on the body's biomechanics, especially in older adults. With aging and sedentary lifestyles, the glutes, the largest and most powerful muscle group in the body, tend to atrophy, causing a forced redistribution of load to the lumbar region. This not only results in chronic lower back pain but also affects essential functions such as walking, climbing stairs, or even getting up from a chair. By strengthening the glutes and hamstrings, the glute bridge helps reduce this overload on the spine and restore a healthy, balanced movement pattern. From a scientific standpoint, isometric exercises like this have proven highly effective in older adults because they activate deep muscle fibers without generating joint impact. The glute bridge in particular also improves proprioception and lumbopelvic stability, that is, the body's ability to stabilize itself during everyday movements. Studies published in the Clinical Biomechanics Journal have shown that strengthening the posterior chain can reduce chronic lower back pain by up to 40% and significantly improve functionality in people over 60. Moreover, the glute bridge contributes to fall prevention, as strong glutes allow for better reactions to balance loss, and well-trained hamstrings provide support and control on uneven surfaces or when climbing stairs. On top of that, it also promotes blood circulation in the pelvic area, reduces hip stiffness, and improves posture. Many people report that after just 1 week of practice, they find it easier to get up from the floor without assistance, feel less pain when sitting for long periods, and feel more secure while walking. Ultimately, the glute bridge not only rebuilds muscle strength but also restores functional independence, something invaluable in older age. With just a few minutes a day and no equipment needed, this exercise becomes a powerful tool for caring for the body's foundation, the hips. Exercise 5. Cross crunches. Cross crunches, also known as diagonal crunches, are a fundamental exercise within core training, especially valuable for older adults seeking to improve abdominal strength, body control, and postural stability. This exercise is performed lying on your back, with knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Place your hands behind your head without interlocking your fingers, and from that position, bring your right elbow toward your left knee while slightly lifting your torso, performing a controlled twist of the trunk. Then alternate to the opposite side. Unlike the traditional crunch, which mainly works the rectus abdominis, cross crunches activate the external and internal obliques, which are responsible for torso rotation and control of the body's diagonal movements. This activation is especially important because most daily movements, such as turning to look behind you, fastening a seatbelt, or getting out of bed, involve rotational action, not just flexion. Studies in kinesiology have shown that training the obliques significantly improves spinal stability and reduces the risk of lower back injuries, an area highly vulnerable in older adults with weak abdominals. In addition to strengthening the core, cross crunches also improve neuromuscular coordination, that is, the communication between the brain and the muscles during a complex movement. When we lift the torso and cross the body to reach the opposite knee, multiple muscle groups are activated in a synchronized way: abdominals, lower back muscles, hip flexors, and even parts of the neck and scapular stabilizers. This type of cross pattern, bringing the right elbow to the left knee and vice versa, stimulates both hemispheres of the brain, which has been associated with improvements in cognition and motor reaction capacity, especially in older adults. Regular practice of cross crunches also has a positive effect on posture and balance, since a strong core is the body's control center. When this musculature is weak, other muscles, such as those in the lower back or neck, have to compensate, which leads to chronic tension, fatigue, and even falls. On the other hand, by strengthening the core with this exercise, the body becomes more upright, stable, and responsive to environmental challenges. Many older adults report that, after a few weeks of including cross crunches in their routine, they not only feel greater abdominal firmness, but also better ability to twist, get up, and move safely. And all of this is achieved with no equipment, no joint impact, and from the comfort of home. In this way, cross crunches are an essential tool for strengthening from the center, improving daily functionality, and regaining control over one's own body at any age. What makes this routine unique and highly effective is that it is based on sustained isometric muscle activation, a strategy that consists of maintaining the muscle contraction without the need for movement. Unlike traditional workouts that prioritize fast repetitions or heavy loads, which can be risky for older adults, this routine protects the joints while strengthening the muscles in a deep and controlled manner. Science supports this. Isometric exercises have been shown to significantly increase muscle strength, improve bone density, and reduce blood pressure when performed regularly. Moreover, by avoiding impact or extreme joint ranges, the risk of injury is reduced and adherence to the training improves, which is essential for older adults. And all of this can be achieved without machines or weights, in just 10 minutes a day and from home, eliminating excuses and making this routine accessible and sustainable in the long term. But the true power of this routine doesn't lie only in the physical strength it generates, but in the fact that it is designed to improve the body's real functionality. That is, the skills you need to live independently and safely, getting up without help, maintaining balance, preventing falls, walking confidently, climbing stairs, or carrying your groceries without effort. These are not an athlete's goals, they are the foundations of a fulfilling life. Instead of training to compete, this routine trains you to regain control of your body, something that many people feel they have lost over the years. Independence, confidence in movement, and the freedom to live without fear of pain or falling are real and achievable benefits. With consistency, this simple daily practice can mean the difference between a limited old age and a stage full of energy, safety, and vitality. If this video helped you, give it a like so more older adults can find it, subscribe to receive more simple, effective, and equipment-free routines that help you stay strong, active, and with less pain. And tell me in the comments, which of the 5 exercises was your favorite? Remember, it's never too late to feel better. Your body still has strength. You just need to awaken it. Your body and your health will thank you. See you in the next video.